that Canelo Alvarez won't be fighting Jamal or David Benavidez next, that he actually is going to be fighting Carlos Adames. I wouldn't even did a video on it, but Carlos Adames pretty much responded on social media, if it's his real page, and basically said that, you know, he tried to fight Munguia and Jamal. They all ran from him, and he, you know, he deserved to fight, and he gonna win. And he said he been getting negative comments about the news, and he don't care. He want to fight the Munguias, and he want to fight the Charlos, and he won't run like Jermell Charlo, and he just want an opportunity. But like I continue to say, wonder why Showtime getting out the sport of boxing? Come on, y'all saying, oh, you know, Canelo beat the hell out of David Benavidez, but he sure ain't in the rush to fight him. He sure ain't in the rush to fight him. Check out the Boxing Room playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Put it in context, Carlos Adames lost to Patrick Teixeira, who Brian Castanos beat easy. Who Jermell Charlo, did he knock out Castanos? I think he knocked out Castanos, who ran from Canelo. So you gonna put the guy who lost to the guy who lost to the guy who lost to the guy in the ring with Canelo. That's PBC math for your ass. That's PBC math for you. That's PBC math. So I don't doubt if it's true or not true. I asked, I ain't get a response yet. So I don't, like, hey, if that's what they want to do, guess what? Like, you know, Adames said it on his post, y'all can watch it, don't watch. That's the worst thing that you could tell a consumer. If y'all ain't gonna watch and support it, don't watch and support it. Well, they really ain't gonna watch it. They really ain't gonna watch and support, or at least break bread with it. Boxing fans like $2 hoes. You could treat them and all that. Well, I'm not gonna support it, but they gonna tune in and watch. You know, I was telling guys, don't watch PBC, don't watch Golovkin and Vanis Montrosian. These sucker niggas, they stole watched it like Fred. He went down there and covered it. I keep telling y'all, bruh, these dudes got no backbone. All they are slaves to the money. They can talk about something and give them they'll boycott a Crawford fight all through the fight weekend, just as an example. And then once he fight, everybody got a reaction video to make their money off of. That's why they do that shit. They ain't doing it for the love of boxing. And that reaction video was just talking around points. It ain't even really nothing that happened in the fight, because they really don't know nothing about boxing, and they really ain't paying attention. I already told y'all the game. Whole week of the fight, they won't say nothing about the fight. And then everybody, you know, they shit on Top Rank, shit on Matchroom, but after the fight, everybody got a reaction video. Well, nobody talk about the fight the week before, the week of. Well, nobody really talking about the weigh-in. Well, nobody talking about nothing. So you could treat, boxing fans like hoes, because they ain't got no backbone. They still gonna watch. They still gonna talk about it. Some of them still gonna pay for it, no matter how the zone treat them and how they was talking about free, no pay-per-view. You could be grandfathered into this, and then how they switched up. A lot of them still stay slaves to the bullshit. Real talk. A lot of them still stay slaves to the bullshit. So, you know, y'all can talk how y'all want to talk and believe what y'all want to believe, but that's on y'all. But overall, you know, we already know Canelo a bitch. We already know that. So, I mean, it don't put none surprise me, bro. If he rematched Caleb Plant, that wouldn't surprise me. So I'm going to sit here and cry and complain about Canelo. I already know what type of character, what type of fighter he is. But y'all sit here and give him every excuse in the book why he shouldn't fight the Andrade or Benavidez winner, which most people think is going to be Benavidez. Most of y'all complain about it. Well, you know, they ain't did nothing. They don't deserve it. You know, what did Jermell do to deserve it, bruh? Come on, let's be real. What did Jermell do to deserve it? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. So, y'all can talk this bull jive until y'all blue in the face. Y'all can. Y'all can. Say what y'all want to say, but, you know, I don't really care. So, you know, he said, you know, he goes on, Adames, and says, well, you know, I hurt bigger champions, and I beat up on Montiel, and he almost knocked out Charlo. I remember him almost knocking out Charlo. You know, I beat up Derevchenko, and, you know, look what he did to Triple G. He started cross-examining and doing all this bullshit-ass shit that nobody care about, bro. That's Al Heyman for you. And that lets you know if that's how they coming in 2024, when Amazon Prime on the horizon, or it could be the end of pay-per-view Showtime, That's how they coming. Why would anybody want to pick up that product? Out of all the fights Canelo can fight, Bivol, Better BF, David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade winner, an Erislandy Lara fucking rematch is better than that. Out of all the fights that he can fight, right? Why would you pick that one? And people still gonna joke, well, Benavidez ain't good enough. He too slow. Really, he a cruiserweight. He need to go up in weight. He should fight. I heard somebody call it Coach Malachi. I think it was Coach Malachi channel. I could be wrong. Where I heard this. I think I heard somebody say, well, David Benavidez, and I think he said Demetrius Andrade ain't trying to go fight Bivol, the guy who beat the guy. Well, okay, one, why am I going up in weight to go fight Bivol for? Why can't, if I hold an interim title, why can't I fight the man? Now, what we is forgetting too is the WBC said in March that they're going to be ordering Canelo Alvarez to take on his mandatory. So is he going to give up the WBC belt? They going to give him an extension and say, well, Benavidez is going to happen later in September or something like that? Well, we got to wait and see. I don't even know why he holding all the belts at 168. Let him go and just defend a belt in the lineal title. But they did say about March they're going to order him to fight his mandatory, which is David Benavidez, which he been holding the interim title. Technically, he ain't been the mandatory, but we know why they ain't named him the mandatory. You know what I'm saying? If that wasn't Canelo Alvarez, he'd have been the mandatory a year ago, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, 16 months ago. He would have been the mandatory. So we already know what the agenda is. Some people can play stupid like we don't know. We know why they waiting so long to order a mandatory and all that bullshit. We know why. It's because Canelo, and they like the money coming in. They know Canelo don't want to have nothing to do with fighting David Benavidez. And now you're going to fight Carlos Adames, somebody who, unless, the only way that work, the only way that do work, now I don't know if nobody thought about this yet, but the only way that work, if they fight on regular Showtime, regular CBS, or regular Amazon Prime. That's the only way that work. That's the only way that work. If they kick off Amazon Prime with Canelo and Carlos Adames on regular Amazon Prime, and then he come back March, April, he come back in May, and he finished the contract out versus Benavidez or something like that. That's the only way that works, if they put that on non-pay-per-view platform. But if it's true what they saying, that Amazon ain't giving them as much money as CBS giving them, and CBS done with them, and they ain't gonna put that type of money up, then I don't see that happen. But that's the only way that makes sense. And then he fight like in February on Amazon Prime. He christened in Amazon Prime. He break them in, and then he come back in May and finish up his contract. That's the only way I see that really working. That's the only way I see that working. That's the only way I see that working. Only way. So that's the only way I see the Adames fight making a ton of sense. That's the only way. So, but they put it on regular Amazon Prime, regular CBS. But then again, Al Heyman don't like to play with the church's money. Remember, it was a rumor that I think it was Floyd and Berto. It was one of the Floyd fights they was talking about that they was thinking about putting it on regular, like CBS or Showtime. And I'm like, them ninjas ain't about to play with the church's money. They not about to play with the church's money. We already knew that. We already knew that. We already knew that. So, but that's what they choose to do. That's what they choose to do. I don't have no emotions towards it. Like I said, I got 1 foot in the boxing game, 1 foot out, want to transition and talk about something else. Just straight up and down. Either they gonna get it together or they not gonna get it together. So, you gotta ask yourself what it's gonna be. What it's gonna be. So if they don't get it together, dog, I'm just gonna do something few far in between. I told you I'm gonna go the casino route. Well, I'm talk about all other shit, and this shit gonna be totally different. The setups, the editing gonna be totally different. We go to the whole new setup, so it's gonna be totally different, bro. So I got the props at the house, but I'm in a transition, right? I'm about to be in a transition. So once I kind of get settled, my transition, then I bring all that shit out. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna finesse it and shit like that, or how I'm gonna fit it in. But yeah, man, they can do what they want to do, man. I ain't about to yell, scream, and fight the good fight against the establishment. If they like losing money, they like destroying the sport, I'm just gonna watch it burn, comment on it, do my MC breeds. You got to get yours, I got to get mine. But a lot of this media members, this media member, acting like punks and just wanting access and all that. This shit is weak as hell. It's weak. Instead of speaking up and speaking their mind and holding these guys like Al Heyman, Aram, De La Hoya, Hearn accountable. You know, but you know, it is what it is, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I guess it's good to see Adamas get the bag. You know, hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music. We everywhere. Don't forget, check out the new channel, Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89. That link's in the link tree. It's also in the description. Check out my Detroit channel, Mercy Sports Talk, as well for more stuff around Detroit. That link's in the description. I think it's definitely in the link tree. I think it might be in the description. Peace.